everybody and welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are all well and I hope that you have got a bit of sunshine like we have been blessed with today. But today's video is slightly different to the norm. There is still going to be horsey content in there, don't you worry. And actually there's also going to be a little bit of, I don't know whether to say cute or cringe-worthy footage as well coming in. But today's video is all about my vlogging journey. Now, I have been vlogging for several years and I have recently I've been quite consistent with my uploads and stories and content that I've been putting out there, and that has led to quite a few questions regarding vlogging, what equipment I use, what I edit on, those kind of questions. I have actually put a poll up on Instagram as well, so we will have a little look on there to see what questions come through later on in the video. But I know in this day and age, we love to video, well, I certainly do, and I think probably, I'm going to say 95% of us have always got our phones on us and we love to capture everything that goes on. Now, the prime and the most important reason why I vlog, I love to look back on it. Addie is an absolute prime example, seeing her from a 4-year-old gangly mess really, and then looking at her now as 7, 3 years on, and I can't wait again to compare 3 years on from now and then look back. It is wonderful to look back and just to see how far we have actually come together as a partnership, her as a horse, and it is just lovely to document that. And I do decide to share it with you guys, and I think you guys appreciate it. I love the comments that come through and thank you for sharing my journey. Now, it might not be that you want to share it to the big wide world, and that is totally understandable. But I would love to, I guarantee that we all like to film our lessons, film our dressage test, our show jumping rounds, our cross country, whatever we do with our horses, we love to film it. Now, equestrian is an individual sport. We're at the yard, we're riding our horses when we're on our own. We might book a lesson, but we don't necessarily always have somebody to go with us and hold that camera. I am very fortunate to have wonderful people around me, like Susie, stood behind the camera today. I have my mum, although her footage can be a little bit shaky, and I wonder whether you might have parents or people that hold the camera for you and it's a little bit all over the place, but I might have the answer for you on that. So I'm super excited to be collaborating with Insta360 to introduce to you their Flow Pro. So this is, I think, going to be very, very helpful to us equestrians. Actually, whatever sport you might do. I know Chris is going up at the moment training in a field. He's filming it all because he loves to be able to look at it and analyse where he thinks he needs to improve, where his weaknesses are, where his strengths are, to then build his training on that. And I'm the same with Addie. I like to film all my schooling sessions so that I can go away and, again, analyse it, critique it, and this is going to help me massively. So like I say, this is the Insta360 Flow Pro. It has got the power of AI tracking. It's also got horse tracking on it, so you can literally ask it to pick up the horse and follow you around the arena, therefore not needing to have somebody behind the camera and holding and following you around. It's all in there. It's got a built-in tripod, it's got a built-in battery pack, it's got built-in stabilization, so that's where I'm coming in. My mum, she can actually probably hold this now, and mum also finds that she doesn't watch the camera because she's too busy watching over, so then sometimes I'm completely out of shot. But actually with this now, I am going to be able to just go, there you go, just hold it and it's going to follow me around. Mum can carry on watching, and also it's going to have that stabilization in there. It's got a 3-axis gimbal within it, built in. It is all foldable down, so it's handy just to take around in your bag, in your handbag, in your pocket. So I think this is going to be a really helpful piece of kit, and we're going to demonstrate in today's video how it works. Wow. I want to show you guys how simple this is to set up. So you've seen me unbox it. I've just applied the grip that comes with it. And then I've also added the magnetic, which is fantastic. Look how quick that goes on there. Just like that. It's actually really powerful. Really powerful. So you just pop that on to your phone. And like I say, I know that we all have our phones in our pocket pretty much all the time, and that's what we film. You don't need to have any of these big expensive cameras. Don't get me wrong, I do, but that is only because over the years that I have grown, like the channel's grown bigger and now I've got it and I've got the mics, but you don't need that. You can film perfectly fine on your phone. But what I do like to see is nice stable footage, hence the reason that this is brilliant. And like I say, for being on your own. So it is the case of opening it up like that, and it's already turned on. And now, so I've put the grip on, but you can also extend this out so you've got a little bit more there to hold. And like I said, it's got a built-in, that comes down again, built-in tripod like that, boom, so that it holds it like that, which is really, really cool. Obviously you would need to make sure that you have got it on something, so like when you're in an arena, but again, how often do we try and position our phones on to jump, so then it just gets us like a certain sort of angle, but now you can set it up on that jump and it's going to follow you and track you around. So I have downloaded the Insta360 app, and I'll be honest, I did have a quick read through the instructions, but this is kind of me guessing. So it already knows the Flow Pro is turned on. So we just connect to that, connecting to Bluetooth, pairing, request, pair. I have no idea. Oh, new firmware found. So start to download. So we're just going to download nice and quick. Boom. So it's going to do a force reset. Got it. Woo! That's it. Turning off. So we'll just wait for that to upload. That's a little bit longer. It is going pretty quick, but my signal isn't the strongest here. This is probably something that you want to be doing when you're actually at home. But as I say, I want to show it all authentically for you guys, just how quick and easy it is. Right, so everything is all installed. Then it's just saying shooting with gimbal requires the following permissions. So you've got camera permission to allow to use the camera, microphone, location, and we'll hit start shooting. Now I'm going to be honest, I have maybe just had to go and charge, not the phone, not the Insta360 Flow Pro, but I have had to charge the mics. And what I've just loved is that I've just set this all back up again and it's come up on my watch to say Insta360 Flow series detected. I've got it already open, to be fair, and it's there. Boom. We are going to be taking Addie up just to have a little jump in a school, and we can fully utilize the horse tracking on this. But I just want to have a little bit of fun with it, if I'm honest. I love a gadget, but there are some settings on here that I just want to sort of make you aware, is that you can film up to 4K and 60 frames per second. So I've got that set on that. You can switch the orientation by this very clever little wheel down here. So the button on the right, if you double tap it, you'll see, ping, it will go around. So obviously we are filming this for YouTube and you need to be filming in landscape. This is currently portrait and this is needed for Reels, YouTube Shorts, TikTok, all of that. But as I say, we are doing YouTube, so that goes down into landscape, just like that. You have got the different options here as well on the side. You can go from photo, video, pano photo, which is your grid going across, which is very clever, time lapse, time shift, you've got slow motion, oh, that's my phone, not the app, you've got slow motion, dolly zoom, you've got hoop zoom, so if you're playing basketball, there's loads of stuff on there that you are able to utilize this for. It comes up here saying, suggested to deploy to tripod for a better time-lapse effect. And like you've seen already, that is down below in the handle ready for you. So just, I'm gonna say don't show again because I am aware of that. So we'll go to video and you can just see, oh, don't want the mucky, but you can just see how smooth it is and it's not shaky. You can adjust this, so if you want to just stay still, you've got the button here that you can twist it around. We'll do a full 360. Wave to the camera, Suze. So you can go all the way around, which is what I really like. Now, I am going to be honest, a few years ago, I did try out another brand of gimbal, but I just didn't get on with it. It was a little bit too technical for me. It didn't go all the way around. It got confused very easily, but like I say, this has got the AI tracking in it as well, which it didn't have on the previous kind that I have tried. So yeah, loving this so far, and it is super lightweight, super easy. You can tilt it up, tilt it down. You have also got touch on here, so you can do follow. You've got FPV, pan follow, and follow. But I'm going to be honest, for most of these things, we just keep to auto because auto is a lot easier. Something else that I really like, you'll notice it's on my camera, it's on my phone when I film, but I like having a grid because I quite like to know what is in the center of the screen. So you can turn that, toggle it on and off in the settings, grid, no grid, nice and easy. So settings that we want to use as well. So if we click on, you can see it's like an icon of the flow there on the left. So you've got flow mode, so that's how quick it moves around. Again, we're going to leave that on auto. You've got zoom wheel, because you can actually use the wheel down here to zoom. You've got joystick speed, so that is that little button that I said about. That's the joystick, how quick you want it to move around, zoom speed, like I said. And then we've got tracking sensitivity normal. So what I'm going to do is put that up to sensitive, and then just below it you can also see horse tracking. So we will utilize that later on in the video, but for now we're just going to head on down here and we're going to use Miss Nala. So I'm going to steal her toy, Nala, which she doesn't want. Pop that in the pocket for a minute because I want to use her as my demonstrator. So like that, we'll tap it back to that, pull out the tripod that, as I said, is built in down below. We'll set that down there. Away, away, away. Good girl, sit, sit. Thank you, stay. So I'm just going to tilt that down slightly. I'm going to draw a box around her. And as you can see, it is already centralizing Nala to be in the middle of that as well. We tap record. Again, you can use it down on the button down here on the left as well if you needed to. Nala's going to stay there, and I just want to show you it tracking. So Nala, come here. Good girl. Clever. And because I've drawn that box around her, it is just going to follow Nala. It's not worrying about me in it. It is just picking up Nala. Right, come here. Ready? Weave. Weave. No, no. Weave. 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 Good girl. Come here. Sit. Stay. So even if I go out a shot, you can sit. Not good, missus. Come on. Sit down. Sit. Stay. So as you can see, I have walked out of that frame now, but it is following her. So if I call her, good girl, and sit, good girl. And you can see that it's following her. Now we will throw the, stay. We'll throw it like that. Not how it's meant to be, but as you can see, it is following her in everything, but you're just not performing as your best. But anyway, so whatever you might be filming, whether it is your dog, you're out for a walk, we're going to get some footage of Chris playing with the football, all of that. Whee! Look at that fly around. Love it. So even if I was to pick this up now, it is still actually following Nala around, which I absolutely love. And you can see that little box is there. So it's just gotten over 90 seconds. So what that does then is to save your battery power, it goes into sleep mode. I'm turning this as if I need to, but I actually don't need to. But how easy is it that you could just be here following her as you're going, but you don't actually need to be looking at where that camera is pointing because you can trust that the Flow Pro is going to be following her everywhere that she moves. But anyways, let's get Addie out, get ready and go up to the school and utilise it for us equestrians. So just whilst I am getting my boots on, I thought I would just very quickly talk about how I started vlogging, how it came about. And basically it was down to Tina. She was part of the All-Star Academy, which then when the show finished, they had to do a thing called All-Star Diaries and create like 3 to 5 minute vlogs, which seems crazy now because I couldn't imagine trying to make a 3 to 5 minute vlog. I wouldn't be able to cram it all down. I always want to do a short and sweet one, and I think that's around 15-20 minutes, and they always end up probably double that. I'd obviously then be quite involved in those little mini vlogs, as I probably should call them, and would be going competing, training together, so we would be always sort of doing it together, or I'd be helping her film things. And then she encouraged me to start my own channel, and I suppose it first started by setting up my own Instagram, which happened when I went to Piggy Marches, and we set up the EMD Instagram page, and then vlogs just sort of naturally carried on from that. Like if there were, I think I was competing Banksy once, and obviously Tina wasn't around, so I thought, you know what, I will vlog it, and it then just slowly got more and more. And like I say, I really enjoy documenting it, but it does appear that I have always quite liked, I want to say vlogging, if I'm honest, because I have found some old footage from younger Emily, which, like I said, I'm not sure if that is cute or cringe, and I can't believe I'm actually going to be putting this in, but I thought you guys might enjoy seeing a younger me. And it's crazy to think that it's actually about 20 years ago, which is absolutely nuts, and I actually feel really old saying that, but was about 20 years ago on the family video camera that we had, and we used to take that away and record like our holidays and stuff like that. But I would go around here and video things. There's like an early edition of Dunstan's Farm. I've got Dad in his old tractor going around this front field, showing everybody around the tractor, where I used to sit, all things like that. So what I thought is I would go back in time and share with you guys a little bit of my younger self, and clearly I obviously liked talking to the camera, and maybe that has always been a little bit in me, wanting to document it, I don't know, but I hope you guys enjoy it. I'm going to leave you with that, going back 20 years whilst I hack Addie up to the school, so then we will re-meet when we were up there. Just want to quickly show that you have seen me demonstrating the Flow Pro with this grip onto my phone, so that extends out to most smartphones, whatever size that you have got. I use the 15 Pro, iPhone 15 Pro, and I have actually got, so if you do wireless charging, it's got that magnetic in the back, so you have also got the option of using this attachment, which as you see just clips onto my back of my phone, and then it's got the same groove as that one. Hopefully that is going to focus, but it's got the groove, which is what connects onto the Flow Pro. I have also got a MagSafe case like this, so I can actually use my phone in this as well with this magnetic, as you see. So if your case allows you to wireless charge, for example, then this will stick onto the back, and then it's not quite so like bulky, but I have been using this for demonstration purposes, but just wanted to show that there are a couple of different options out there, kind of personal preference, depends what phone you've got, but there are options available for all kind of phones.
I am your wonderful camera lady, if you want to call me that. And that was because I just thought of an idea. What I'm going to do is, because there's this at the edge where two people pick up this camera, they tell the camera all about themselves, and we see it on TV. I'm going to kind of make that, and I'm going to make like my name, my age, the basics then, and then what I enjoy, like playing on my swing and stuff, which I believe is just over there. So bear with me for this. My name is Mary Dunstan. I like playing football. I'm 10 years old. My hobbies are horse riding. I live on a farm with cows and everything, which I'll show you later maybe. That's just a picture for my dad. I'm now just going down to see some cows, which I believe are just down there. Would you like to join me? Come on then. These are the cows. And right there, Minnie's hiding. She's a bit camera shy. There's Minnie. Hello Dad, we're joining a busy man here working today. And I've got a little friend down here. He's here. Now here's Dad with the tractor.
Hope you guys enjoyed seeing 10-year-old Emily Mary Dunstan to be precise. I definitely needed to work on camera angles back then as well. They were not a good angle, but we are now making our way up to the school. Again, just showing the clamp that goes onto your phone. So it's got the Insta360 logo on the back, so you need to make sure that that is facing up with your phone, and also got a little handy phone camera icon, which has got to be facing towards the lens. So as you see there, and that the Insta360 is in the same orientation as your phone. That then clips on from that groove onto the Pro. And there we go, it swings around into action. And then because we are tracking a horse, just make sure that you go into your flow settings and tick the box there for horse tracking, and that you've got tracking sensitivity on sensitive. Then, as demonstrated, you draw a box around the horse. So you start from one corner and go diagonally down, drag your finger down across to the opposite corner. Then you hit record, and then you are good to go for your session. So as you see, the Flow Pro is moving around. It keeps that box on you. It knows where the horse is in the screen all the time, and it follows us around. We go into trot. And here is a real good example, like you are going behind those jump wings, it's not getting confused, it is keeping on the horse all the time. And even here, when I come nice and close to the flow, it even keeps us in shot there, and it knows that we have gone past.
Now I have to say, I am actually very, very impressed. I thought coming up close was going to throw it, but actually, as you see, it pans in, it knows that the horse has gone past, and then it follows us, which is very, very clever. I've gone all the way around the arena and it's followed us everywhere. Good girl, Addie. It follows us in the trot, the canter, and we're going to test it going over some jumpies as well and see how it does. We'll just have another little canter. And it's 360, so if you had something in the middle of this school, you could have it so it's recording you the whole way around, which we could test out in a bit. Good girl. Little crossbow. Nice, good girl. So we've just moved it. So like you do, you find anything that you can prop your phone onto. So we've just used a mountain block, which I think is pretty authentic. I think we're all probably guilty of doing that. And as you can see, it is filming us the whole way around. It's ignoring Susie, who is filming on my camera, but it's doing full 360, which is absolutely fantastic because that is exactly what you want. Good girl. I'm seriously impressed, but what we're going to do is I actually want to film an Instagram reel. So I'm going to ask, now I could get off and change it myself if I'm honest, but obviously I have got help on the ground today, so I'm going to fully utilise that. So ask Susie if she can go over and change the orientation, which is the right button on the wheel, on the joystick, this side. And you double tap the right hand side, bing, and it goes around into portrait. So if you are filming Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, TikTok, like I mentioned, it's also not getting confused when you go past jump wings or anything like that. It's still keeping on you. Good girl. We're back from the school. Nice little touch up because we are heading to Coleraine tomorrow for arena eventing. So I just wanted to pop over a couple of fences, just like that. How amazing the Insta360 to demonstrate it for you guys, the Flow Pro. Seriously impressed, really happy with it. It's kept it all so lovely and stable. It's hands-free, you don't need anybody, and yeah, I really think that for us equestrians it could really help us out. But to go back to the whole vlogging, why I started vlogging, you have seen younger Emily. I do hope that you guys enjoyed seeing that and thought I was cute and not too cringeworthy. But as you tell, I have always enjoyed obviously documenting things and being confident to talk to the camera. But don't be fooled by that, guys, because sometimes I talk. Oh, I've got an itch, darling. There we go, I've got it. Sometimes I pick up the camera and I am like, ugh, and sometimes it really does take me quite a few takes. And obviously that is the beauty of vlogging, and whether I should admit that or not, is you are in control of the footage. You don't have to put it anywhere if you don't want to. You edit it, you trim it down to what you want it to be. So like I say, you are always in control. And if you decide it's not what you want to share, then don't share it. But I would really encourage you guys, if it's something that you've been like a little bit on the fence, give it a go, have a try. And like I say, you are in control, even if you just document it for yourself. Like if you go on holiday or anything like that, it's nice. Yes, I love being able to capture like moments, but I do find that just a little bit of talking into it to sort of explain it can help you remember back when you are rewatching it in 5-10 years time, to remember almost how you're feeling. It would sort of help your brain pinpoint back to that. But I have asked some questions over on Instagram. So Susie has got my phone and is going to ask away.
Where have you gotten? Okay, are you ready? Is it hard to decide what outings to vlog versus the ones to just enjoy without the pressure?
I guess yes, and at first, and I have gone through stages of vlogging that I decided I don't want to vlog on competition days, and actually just got all my elements that I did filmed, and then I would like do a debrief vlog afterwards, because I found that I was applying too much pressure to myself. But actually now I suppose as you get more used to vlogging, and the people that have got the camera are really good at just picking up the camera when you would naturally pick it up, so then you can just start chatting and then it doesn't seem so bad. I do tend to keep lessons sometimes, like I have regular dressage lessons, but actually I keep them for myself. I film things, but I don't put the pressure of vlogging it and to be sharing it. I almost keep that back for myself, which I think is perfectly acceptable and I think is okay to do.
Okay, next question. Do you find it awkward filming yourself in public?
Yes and no. Sometimes I do, but then other times I actually sometimes find it more awkward filming in front of friends and family who don't vlog, because I suppose, I don't know, like you've got that sort of relationship to them, whereas when they are public and out there, I kind of don't worry about them. So I suppose I care more what my family and friends think of me than what a random Joe Vlogs down the road thinks of me. But sometimes it can be a bit daunting, like picking up the camera and like when you're at shows and you're walking along and like you can see people looking, because it does look a bit strange. But I do think the world is changing and people are getting more and more used to vlogging and cameras out. So it's becoming a little bit more normalised. Is that the right word? Normalised? I think you know what I mean by that.
Next question. What editing software have you found best?
I'm a little bit basic when it comes to this, and I still use iMovie. So I used to edit everything on my phone and create vlogs, upload them to YouTube all on my phone. So you really don't need to have a laptop or anything like that to do it. For a long, long time, I was doing it all on my phone. So don't think that and iMovie comes with iPhone if you've got it. I can't say that I can speak for Android because I've never had an Android phone, so I'm not quite sure what's on there, but I'm sure there is something. You've got things like CapCut, InShot, like you can make videos in that as well. So I'm sure that one of those would probably suffice, and I reckon that they are on Android and on iPhone as well. But yeah, I just use iMovie. I have dabbled into using DaVinci a little bit and actually use that for making reels to be in portrait mode. And I know like Tina uses Final Cut Pro, but that's quite expensive, although it is only a one-time purchase, but I haven't quite ventured out to that because I almost don't have the time to learn more software because it does take a bit of time. Especially when you've got like Final Cut Pro and DaVinci, there are so many amazing things that you can do on it, whereas iMovie is pretty basic. You got standard transitions, but not anything super duper fancy. Also just wanted to quickly add in, because I thought I didn't actually mention when one of the Instagram questions about what editing software I use, there is actually a fantastic editing software of capability within the Insta360 app. So all the footage that you capture through the Flow Pro, you can then edit your footage directly in there. And I'll put a little bit of B-roll over it. It's really super easy to use. You can do some cool effects and then you can export it out to whatever length you kind of want, or what you're after, whether you're wanting it landscape for YouTube or wanting it portrait for Instagram Reels, for example.
Right, I'm going to ask you two final questions.
Two final questions, yeah, before we wash Addie off.
The best and the worst part of vlogging.
Ooh.
And your husband's calling you.
Yeah.
Maybe this.
The worst part is probably the extra time, and I always think, oh, I've got loads of time to go and ride and film and all that, but actually when you are setting up tripods or filming things, time just seems to disappear. I mean, we're all guilty of that, even just being down at the yard with the horses, time disappears anyway, doesn't it? But I do think when you are filming it all as well, it does take a little bit more time. So I'd probably say that that's the worst thing. And maybe when it doesn't go so well, I am an open sharer, I'm an oversharer, and I do share everything. And I think that's really important, that we all have our bad days. Like, things do go wrong. We don't always get it perfectly every time. So yeah, I'd say maybe the time and the pressure that can be applied, but I do try really hard not to allow that and want it to stay authentic, relatable for you guys watching at home, that it is just part of horses, that it doesn't always go well.
And the best part?
Oh, the best part is having it all documented so that I can look back. Like I said at the very beginning of this video, I love being able to look back and see the transformation, and you have got it for years and years to come, like in 30, 40 years. I'm trying to work out whether I'll still be alive. In those years to be able to look back on. And I think it will be really special to watch that back with maybe children, grandchildren, of things that you used to do like now.
Okay, last question.
Final question.
I really want to start vlogging. What do I need?
Your phone. That's all you need. You don't need anything more, and I think I can say that quite confidently because we have all got phones nowadays. As long as you've got a camera on your phone, you are good to go. Like I said, there's lots of different apps that you can download on your phone to make the videos. Maybe you need, if you want to make the vlogs to go onto YouTube, then you need a YouTube account to be able to upload to it. But you just need to start with your phone in selfie mode, and that's something actually on the Insta360 Flow Pro I have not shown, is that it's got a built-in selfie stick, so I'll put some B-roll over here, but it extends out really far, which is so cool, and you can have it at different angles. Even if you want to get like different shots down at low, it could be handy for that. It doesn't necessarily have to be in selfie mode, but yeah, I haven't shown that. But you just need something like that. That's all you need, is your phone and to get out there and start recording. And you'll find what you enjoy recording and what you don't, and then when you start editing, you'll be like, oh, that works, but that doesn't work, and you'll get the shots that you know look aesthetically pleasing, I suppose, if you're aiming for that, or you'll know what to talk, but you can trim everything down or make it as long as you like. Oh my goodness, I'm just watching this bag, it looks so cool. So smooth, and I just love that it's it's personless. Do you know what I mean? It's like you don't need anybody there operating that. That has done that all on its own. It's so clever. So I'm going to wrap up this vlog now, guys. Go and watch all my footage. I hope you have enjoyed it, and I hope that you've learned a little bit about vlogging, why I started it, what equipment and everything I use. But if you have got any further questions, then please do not hesitate. Pop them down in the comments below and I'll be more than happy to answer. As I say, I am no expert. I just dabble my hand in with a bit of vlogging. Susie, look at that. Pan around to you. That's quite funny. Susie trying to get all the shots, guys, of the Flow Pro in action. Press play. There she is. Sorry, I do digress. If you'd like to purchase one of these, maybe for a friend or family member, or just yourself, obviously we all like to treat ourselves every now and again, but you, like I say, we'll find that down in the description box. But until next time, guys. Oh, Susie's back in there again. Oh yeah, we're changing it into portrait. So yeah, until next time, guys, if you have enjoyed this video, please do give it a thumbs up, give it a like, leave a comment down below, and of course hit that all important subscribe button if you don't already. And until next time, I will see you all very soon. Also leave you on a little bonus top tip: never work with animals or children. They add a whole nother level of complexity.